guys, it's Mara, and for today's video we are going to be doing a Sephora and Ulta haul. This isn't a big haul, but it's things that I picked up for my birthday. My birthday month was April, so I got double points and I had some gift cards, and then also some things that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. I have a box here full of all the products I'll be talking about. We'll start with Ulta because those are the first things I bought. A lot of these I've already used and some of them are tried and true, so I'll just be briefly talking about them. The first thing I picked up from Ulta is a new bottle of the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I don't have a preference really between the Urban Decay All Nighter and the Urban Decay Chill. I picked up the Chill because I just recently used up a bottle of Chill. I'm using an All Nighter bottle now, and with summer coming I just went with Chill because it's supposed to have like cooling technology on your face. I also have really dry skin, so it says it's supposed to be hydrating, which I don't really find that big of a difference, but it does make my makeup last all day. My box is broken because my daughter like ripped the top off of it like a savage. It just says cooling and hydrating, so that's why I picked it up for summer. I love this makeup setting spray. It is my favorite. It's worth every penny. This retails for $32, I believe, but if you are on the hunt for a good makeup setting spray, I'm sure you've heard every YouTuber ever who talks about beauty talk about the Urban Decay setting sprays because they are the best, and by best we mean best because you can't beat it. It makes your makeup last forever. The next thing that I got from Ulta is an old product that I used to love, but I never bought the full size. I always had the little mini ones from Sephora, but I went ahead and got the full size because I did have coupons and it was my birthday month, so I got 20% off, or not 20% off, I got double points. It's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Vanilla. This is kind of a product that was all the rage back when I was doing YouTube before, and then it kind of fell off, and then Tarte Shape Tape took over, and that's like the one everyone's been using. I used Tarte Shape Tape for a while and that was my favorite, but I started noticing, and I don't know if it's because my skin's starting to age a little bit, but I was noticing that it was looking a little bit more dry, a little bit more bumpy, textured, crepey underneath the eye area, and I was like, I love Tarte Shape Tape. Why is it doing this to me, you know? I would go into Ulta and Sephora and I would swatch different concealers because you know how you can kind of swatch concealers and face products and you know if it's gonna be your cup of tea or not, and I would swatch like the Tarte Maracuja, and that just seemed a little bit too oily, a little bit too thick for me because I didn't like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I've heard those two are really similar. I didn't like that. I do have the BareMinerals Bare Skin Concealer, and I do like that, but it's a lot less coverage, and with the dark circles that I have under my eyes, I like something that has a little bit more coverage for day to day, honestly, because I just do. So I went back to the Radiant Creamy Concealer and I am pleasantly surprised with this. It is pricey. I believe this was $30, and you do get a little bit less than what you do in the Tarte Shape Tape, but I think it's worth it, especially because it does work, and I have been trying to use things around my eyes that are paraben free, sulfate free, phthalate free, and this has all of those claims. There are some good ones at the drugstore, however they're not as clean as something like this, so just depends what you want, but I do love the NARS Radiant Creamy, and this is in the shade Vanilla, and I love it. It's what I have under my eyes today, and I just really like the look of it. Definitely love this guy. It's an oldie but a goodie. The first two products I had were oldies but goodies. I don't know. The next things from Ulta are a little bit newer to me. Well, we'll talk about this one because it's not really new, but it is new. So I picked up this Tweezerman eyelash curler. This is the rose gold edition one. The one that I did have is the silver one with the pink detailing, and I really liked my Tweezerman one, but the pads were getting a little bit funky. I felt that it was really crimping the sides of my eyes and it would cause my eyes to water. So I probably shouldn't have got another Tweezerman one, but I did. I was between this one and the Shiseido one. If you have a preference, leave it down below because I need a good eyelash curler. This one's okay. I don't love it. It was $15. Would I buy it again? No, and I'm not like screaming go run out and get this because it's not revolutionary, it's not fantastic, but it gets the job done. It's an eyelash curler. What else do you need from it? I mean, it's not as crimpy as my other Tweezerman one that's years old, so they may have redesigned it a little bit. It looks pretty much the same though when I put them side by side, but I just wanted a new one just because mine was really old and I just needed a new one, and I went with the cheaper one. Probably should have went with the Shiseido one. Oh well. The next thing is a newer product, and it's the BareMinerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. Yep. And it has SPF 25. If you know me, I am not a foundation girl. I don't like heavy foundations on my skin. I don't like the feel of foundation on my skin. That's really changed since I did YouTube before. I used to not mind foundation, and I don't know, I got pregnant, my hormones probably changed, a lot of things are changing, I'm getting older, and I just don't like foundation on my skin at all. With that being said, I do like a base product. I like CC creams, I like tinted moisturizers, I like things that give me a little bit of coverage but aren't as heavy feeling, aren't matte. I don't really like matte. I like natural, but I don't like matte. So I've been on the hunt for something that I can use that isn't like a standard matte foundation that's giving me a ton of coverage. I just wanted something pretty light coverage. So I went ahead and got this. The original Complexion Rescue is one of my favorite products of all time. I love the original Complexion Rescue. I just wanted something that was a little bit quick and easier. Not that the Complexion Rescue is a hard product to work with at all, because I literally just put it in my fingers and just like kind of put it in the places where I want to cover up redness, even things out a little bit. And that one does have SPF 30, so you're getting a little bit more there. Foundation sticks have always intrigued me, and I will say this is my first ever actual foundation stick that I've enjoyed. I did have one from Maybelline when I did my channel before, and even swatching it was painful to me. It was so dry and so matte, I just never used it on my face. You know what? I did have a foundation stick before. The Clinique foundation stick. I really liked that for a while. Do they even still make that? I forgot all about that. This one, when I heard hydrating foundation stick, right up my alley. Hydrating foundation stick, and it's like a tinted moisturizer in a stick form. This one is in the shade Birch 1.5, and it's a little bit yellow for me, but not too bad. It's actually a pretty good shade match, and because it doesn't have crazy amounts of coverage, I can sheer it out on my skin pretty easily. This thing wears beautifully. If you are familiar with the original Complexion Rescue and you're looking for something with a little bit more coverage, because this does have medium buildable coverage, I really like this. This is a really good find. The next product is what I have on my lips, and it is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. I love these. These are awesome lip glosses. If you know me, you know that I am obsessed with lip balms, lip glosses, things that are easy to apply. I'm not a matte lip type of girl. I don't like things that make me feel uncomfortable or that are drying on my lips. These, they smell amazing. They have a little bit of that minty peppermint type of smell, not overpowering, and they might be replacing my love of Buxom lip glosses. Maybe. That's a bold statement because those are my favorite. I have a lot of the colors, especially the lip cream ones, like the ones that don't have the shimmer in them. I love those, and these are slowly creeping up there. I have this shade in Soft Rose. Yeah, it's what I have on my lips. It's like a really pretty cooler pink nude. It's a cream finish, and the way that it wears on the lips throughout the day, it never gets like crepey or crusty like on the inner part of your lip. The edges always stay nice. It just wears very beautifully. You can touch it up, reapply it. It has a very buttery, smooth, glossy finish. Not very sticky at all. Actually, not sticky at all. It has that buttery finish, like I said, that's very smooth, very slick and glossy, and it just is so comfortable. I can't get enough. I have this shade, and I have Luminoso, which is a pinky with a gold shift. Like, it's a pinky peach with like a gold shimmery flip in there, and I think that one's in my husband's truck, and he's not telling me about it. That's the last place I remember using it, and I think it has to be in there because I haven't been able to find it for a couple days. It'll pop up somewhere random someday. The next couple things are from Sephora. This was my Sephora birthday gift this year. It is a Drunk Elephant gift, which is amazing because Drunk Elephant is so pricey. So it's awesome that they're giving us 2 products from a brand that is so high-end. You get the Protini Polypeptide Cream, which is a standard moisturizer. The Bestie No. 9 Jelly Cleanser is one that I've heard a couple different YouTubers talk about recently. It scares me a little bit because it says it helps with oiliness and makeup removal, so I'm really afraid that it's going to dry out my skin even more. So I'm going to test it out. I haven't tried this yet at all. Actually, I've only tried a few of the things from my Sephora haul because it just came yesterday, the day before. But yeah, I forget what the other option, oh, the other option was Kat Von D. There was like 2 things, I think a liquid lipstick maybe and her setting powder. So Drunk Elephant was the obvious choice for me. Next thing I got is a little mini of the Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. That's a mouthful for one little product. This is the travel size. It's 1 ounce. The full size is 8 ounces. And I probably spent too much on this. It was $11. But I wanted to try it first before I put out the $40-some for the full size. I want to make sure it works. I have a very sensitive scalp and I get buildup and like, not dandruff, but I get dry skin in my scalp very easily depending on products that I use. So I wanted to try this to kind of exfoliate like around the crown of my head because that's where I tend to get dry and itchy and dry, like dry and itchy and dry. Dry and itchy and flaky. So I'm excited to try this. I haven't tried it yet. However, I did smell it and it smells like a peppermint patty. I love peppermint patties. I always have them in my work bag. I have a giant bag in my cupboard and I just love them. So when I smelled this in Sephora, which I didn't even know what it smelled like before I knew when, like I had my cart full before I actually made a purchase and I went to Sephora to see if I wanted to buy anything in store with the coupon during the VIB sale. Didn't find anything, but I did smell the full size of this. Definitely sold me. I shouldn't buy products like this just for the smell, but I love it and I really hope it works. I've heard rave reviews about this. A lot of people like this. And if I do like it, I'll probably end up buying the full size just because my scalp is so sensitive as it is, so it's hard to find products that actually work for me. The next product is a perfume, and this is by the company Comptoir Sud Pacifique, Paris. I'm not going to say that again because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is in Vanilla Blackberry. I have Vanilla Apricot, which I rave about. That was my favorite perfume forever. I wore it on my Bahamas cruise. That always takes me back to that. I love it. And I'm down to the last little like drops of the perfume, Vanilla Apricot. But I kind of wanted to try something new because that one is very sweet. If you like sweet smells, that one is like the pinnacle of sweet smelling perfumes. This one, when I read the notes online, I was like, that sounds like it's right up my alley. It is a sweet scent, but it has like a citrusy flip to it. Let me see. I had the notes pulled up here on my phone. Okay, it's a warm and spicy scent. It has blackberry, vanilla, and cashmere wood. Fruity notes raised by flowers. When I smell this, I don't get, I mean, you do get a hint of the woodsy scent at the end, at the very end note. But you get that blackberry. You get a little bit of citrus in there, the vanilla, and right at the end, like the very last thing you smell is that woodsy smell. But I just love like the citrusy vibe this has to it. I love citrus scents. Those are the ones that I tend to gravitate towards. Citrus and sweet are like my two, like if the notes are citrus or sweet, I'm usually gonna like it. And this, I was so nervous buying a perfume online without smelling it first because I'm pretty snobby when it comes to fragrance. I get headaches easily. I'm very picky about scents and I love this. This is going to be a new favorite for sure. It's not quite as pungent as the Vanilla Apricot, so if you thought that one was way over the top, if you've tried it already, way too strong, definitely check this guy out because it is sweet, but it's not that like sickening sweet. It has a little bit of that woodsy smell, a little bit of that citrus that really cuts it and calms it down a little bit. Definitely see myself wearing this throughout the summer. It's going to be my staple summer scent this year for sure. The next thing is actually a honorable mention. I have other things from Sephora, but this one is kind of an honorable mention because I didn't actually buy it at Sephora. I found it at TJ Maxx, but you can buy it at Sephora. This is the first time and only time I've ever seen this product in TJ Maxx, but it is the Versace Bright Crystal perfume. Guys, I'm so glad I bought this. I found this for $30. I think this is like 50 some, 56, 57. It's the 1 ounce bottle. It's definitely a more classy, not as sweet, definitely more of that floral, sensual smell to it. It's definitely more of an adult perfume because let's face it, I'm an adult and I need to start acting like an adult. But it has iced accord, yuzu, pomegranate, peony, magnolia, lotus flower, amber, and it says it's sheer, sensual, and luminous. And I agree with all of that. So the next couple things are just little samples that I got. This is an Amazing Grace Ballet Rose. This is a rose scent. I'm not crazy about rose, but it's pretty light and refreshing, so it's not like punch you in the face with rose scent, so I kind of like that. This is another one in C Passion by Giorgio Armani, and surprisingly I actually like this too. It's more of a warm scent. I have never really been into those like warm sensual scents, but I actually like this one. I think I might investigate this one more, wear it a little bit, see if I want to buy maybe a travel size. But I actually was pleasantly surprised with that one, given my usual tastes. And then the last thing was a point purchase. It was a 100-point item, and it is the Dermalogica Light Activated Skin Defense Prisma Protect SPF 30. I saw this on, I think Erin Williams showed it on her Instagram or on her YouTube channel, and it's a moisturizer with SPF, and it kind of has like, when she put it on, well, I guess I can open it up. So it is tiny, but for 100 points I thought I could try it because the full size of this is $65. But it's light activated and it gives your skin luminosity, and it kind of looks like the consistency and like the finish of the L'Oreal Light Infusing Primer. So that really intrigued me, and I want to see if maybe this would be something that would be good for me to wear throughout the summer. Get me an SPF plus like a little bit of that like dewy sheen to the skin. So I'm going to test this out. I haven't tried it yet. Definitely a pretty finished product. I'm hoping it works out for me. But yeah guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ulta and Sephora haul, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!